Yo, it's DK, and ever since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with Ferraris. The Ferrari Stradale, that's the dream. There's just something about that red, that speed, that feeling of driving one, and now, with F124, I had the chance to get as close as possible to that dream. Like a lot of people, I got hooked on F1 thanks to Netflix. The drama, the rivalries, the insane skill these drivers have, it made me a fan. I normally play Call of Duty, but I follow all the top drivers: Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris. But for this game, I had to go with Lewis Hamilton. Not just because he's moving to Ferrari in real life, but because I had a plan. Hamilton is still driving for Mercedes in the game, so I picked his team knowing that I could break his contract later and move him to Ferrari, just like real life. That's right, F124 lets you switch teams mid-career, and my goal was to win some races, prove myself, and then jump ship to Ferrari. So I jumped into F124 expecting a challenge. The sport is insanely tough in real life, right? But here's the thing, I won my first race, easily. Pole position, controlled the race, crossed the finish line without breaking a sweat. Now, before you call me the next F1 prodigy, let's be real. This game makes it easy. That's what all games do in the beginning, right? But I also purposely picked casual mode. I wanted to get a feel for the game without sweating over every turn. I do enough sweating in Call of Duty multiplayer, running max sensitivity, dropping into chaos, and somehow still calling myself a casual after 200 hours in Black Ops 6 and grinding dark matter camera.
Gay!
And yeah, in casual mode, it's designed to make you feel like an F1 champion. But here's what actually made it easy. The way the game is structured, like real F1, I didn't just jump into a race. I spent time in practice laps, managing fuel consumption, learning how to save my tires. The game teaches you how to race like a pro without making it overwhelming. And just after 2 hours, I was out there beating Lando Norris and Max Verstappen as Lewis Hamilton. Not bad. And while it's easy in casual mode, there are ranked modes and harder settings for people who want the full challenge. But if you just want to feel like an F1 driver without the stress, this game delivers. If you've been thinking of trying it, or if this is your first time hearing about it, I recommend it. F124 makes it easy to feel like a champion.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One. Well, as the sun goes down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Russell, and alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Now, Ant, as much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
You're going to definitely see action, Crofty. Everyone's G'd up for this one. They've done the testing like you say. The drivers will be revving inside, heart rates going, trying to burst out their chest at this moment. With that anticipation, who's got the speed? We're going to learn now, once and for all.
defending his already record-breaking winning record. It's Lewis Hamilton to the line for victory.
It's always great to kick off the season with a race victory. You hit the ground running, and it's really good for your confidence as well moving forward. It's so important to set off on the right footing, and that's exactly what they've been able to achieve today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take the top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.